Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 63. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. That's right. We're going to talk about you fake mother effers out there. Before we get into the game, guys, this episode of the Captain Saver Bro Show is brought to you by the Players Club. And the Players Club is my private, exclusive men's community. Guess what? We upgraded it. So instead of meeting bi-weekly, you get weekly coaching with that. I think it's $47 a month or something like that. Not only do you get the weekly coaching benefits, you get direct access to me, so you can message me whenever you want to. You get discounts on all my new courses, all my courses, not even new, all courses that come out, all new events. I'm getting ready to launch something again, and this is February, March, April, late April, early May. I'm getting ready to launch something again, something new for you guys. It's gonna be something new. It's gonna be super fire. So yeah, that's the Players Club. Go to join the Players Club. You can join by going to theplayersclub.vip, theplayersclub.vip, and this link will be in the description, the chat, the bio, wherever you guys see this at. This will be there. Also, guys, my free online event is coming up on I think this Thursday. I don't know if it's the 8th of February. We are having a free class that's going to teach you the 3 secrets to make a woman fall in love with you. This is the game that you need. This is the game that you need to turn your situation around, turn your life around, and fix your dating situation. I will give you the keys. All you have to do is show up and pay attention. You don't have to do anything. It don't cost you nothing but your attention. Only thing you got to pay is attention. So go to howtomakawomanfallinlovewithyou.com, or if you if you're listening on YouTube right now, just click the link in the description. Listen on Spotify and Apple, click the link in the description as well. So yeah, that class has changed guys' lives. So, but of course, all my stuff changed lives. But I need to see you there if you're serious about taking your game to the next level. If you're tired of getting flaked on, if you're tired of getting ghosted, if you're tired of losing women, if you're tired of not getting treated like you deserve, if you're tired of getting disrespected, if you're tired of getting cheated on, then I need to see you there. You implement these 3 secrets, and I guarantee you see immediate results. But yeah, that's that. Also, guys, I've opened up my books to do one-on-one coaching again. You can book me at kingdreism.com. Book me at kingdreism.com. One-on-one coaching. I'm well versed in everything. I've been doing this for over 25 years. So, I do this shit. Relationships, playing the field, getting over breakups, getting women to fall in love with you, seduction, getting laid, anything, managing rotations. I've done it all in the last 25. I lost my virginity 25 years ago or something like that. So, I'm giving my age up here. But yeah, it's been that while. I've been out here, where a lot of guys in their 20s, they worked on building themselves and they worked on building their credit and they're getting their shit together. I didn't do that. I was, in the field dealing with women, and, I was one of them guys who didn't listen to don't chase women in your 20s, build in your 20s. I didn't listen to that. I started building my financial self in my 30s. So, yeah, so I get you right, man. You just book me for a one-on-one session and I get you right. Go to kingdreism.com. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this game. So let's get into it, man. I just want to have a conversation with the guys. I just want to have a conversation with the fellas. Ladies, turn this shit off. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your motherfucking business. I know some of y'all listen to me, but, I need to talk to my guys. This for the fellas. Just have a conversation. And this one ain't going to be a long one, guys. I'm going to get you up out of here fast today, but I need you guys to sit back and pay attention and kind of take notes on this. We're going to talk about it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. So that line came from Jay-Z. I quote a lot of Jay-Z stuff. And sidebar, Jay-Z drops a lot of jewels. Always have, from the first album that he dropped in 96, hella jewels on there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers, just based on the kind of game he spit. And, you can learn a lot from guys like that. But he had a feud with Nas a long time ago. And on the Blueprint, Prodigy and Havoc, rest in peace to Prodigy, who was a rapper from the group Mobb Deep, passed away not too long ago. But he threw some shots at them. No, he threw some shots at them, but I'm getting the bars twisted up. So what I'm about to say, it wasn't to Prodigy, rest in peace. It was to Nas. And Jay-Z was one of the first guys in the rap industry who kind of called out rappers for being fake. Like, a lot of rappers always emulated street guys. Whenever you see, nowadays it's different because the rappers got all the clout and, they got first access to the listeners, and the rappers they got first access to the culture. But for a while, a long time, and that's just happening now. For a while, the streets, the rappers got with their whole style, the way they dress, the way they talk, that came from the streets. Up until like a couple years ago. Now it's everybody's following the rappers. Everybody trying to be rappers and shit. But rapping wasn't even really cool back in the days. Like, you was kind of lame if you was a rapper. Like, oh, you just a rapper. And you'll still hear a lot of these young guys now say, "Oh, I'm not a rapper. I just know how to rap," and all that shit. That comes from back in the days to where people would kind of shame rappers for being fake street dudes or whatever. And Jay-Z kind of made that popular by calling out dudes who was kind of faking and flogging, faking the funk, perpetrating, real dudes' lifestyles. And on his feud with Nas, he said a bar. He said, "It's only so long fake thugs can pretend." Like, he was kind of exposing them for being like, you come out, you try to portray this image of like you this drug kingpin and all this shit. And so that's where this bar came from. That's where this bar comes from. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. And basically what that means is everything that's done in the dark shall be brought to the light. It's only so long that you can pretend to be something. It's only so long before the truth come out. It's only so long that you can fake something. You can't fake something forever because eventually somebody going to expose you or you're going to run out of gas. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what that means. And I want to bring this game to you guys today, and chop it up with you guys today about that. I see a lot of you guys. What inspired this though for me to want to have this conversation with you guys. A lot of my episodes that come from one little thing, it'd be a lot of stuff that I be seeing, but it'll be one thing that'll kind of not rub me the wrong way, but it'll inspire me to talk about it. So there's this guy, and I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want this to be like a I don't want this to be. He's not the only one, but he's the main one. I don't want this to turn into like a beef thing because it's not really about beef. It's not about beef, and it's not about, because that ain't my style. It's not about exposing somebody. It's not about trying to shit on somebody, but it's just a lesson for you guys when you run across real people, how they look at you. So this guy was, a lot of people hit me up. A lot of these guys hit me up to be on my show. They're like, oh, they had a promo team or their marketing team reach out to me or their managers reach out to me. A lot of people hit me up. Oh, I got a lot to say. I could do this. I could contribute this. And this one guy in particular, a lot of them be fake. They'll send me like these little, they'll send me their analytics and they'll send me, screenshots of whatever. So I go look at their page and it be all bullshit, or they be talking about some bullshit, or they don't have the metrics that they say they have. I don't know if they don't, although I do run my business well, I started on social media, so I had to figure out the social media part first. So that's first and foremost for everybody that's watching this. You're not gonna pull one over on me on no social media shit, because I know that damn that better than I know how to run the business side of this. But they would always send like little, make themselves appear larger than they are. And me, I don't really rock with that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really rock with that. That type of shit is a turn off for me. But this one guy in particular, he's like, he sent like this long email with just like kind of promo packages, like, oh, I'm the, just making all these claims, about who he is and the type of stuff he do and how many times he's been interviewed. And so I go look him up or whatever. I go look him up, and it's just fake. It's just fake as hell, just fake. And I know he probably watching me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to really. If he see this, he gonna know who it is. But I mean no disrespect, but it's just fake bullshit. Like just faking the funk. It's that whole fake it till you make it shit. Fake jewelry, just faking a lifestyle and shit. And, I may like dress and I may not wear all this jewelry and act like, look like one of these scammers or whatever. But I'm not no lame to the game, my guy. I'm not, I'm chilling. I'm old. I'm out the way. But, I done been out there. I know what's real and what's fake and shit. So I'm just like, bro, y'all got to chill with that bullshit. Y'all got to chill with the fake shit, the fake goofy shit. Just, trying to fake it till you make it and all that shit. Because what happens is when you run across real people, especially now in a day and age where authenticity is like a number one, like you need to be authentic or you're not going to connect with people, where you trying to boost up your, you trying to buy followers or boost up your views and, you trying to, buy comments, buy likes, wear fake jewelry to taking pictures in front of other people's cars and, just this whole fake image, when you run into real people, they're going to see through that. And the connections that you need to get on typically come from real people who know better. And they just going to X you out the game. Like to me, I don't want to, I don't want to associate myself with no goofy shit or no bullshit or no fake frauds. Like I don't associate myself with frauds or fake shit, or I just don't. And if I make a misjudgment, I'm gonna disassociate myself from that, and I'm gonna, you got to stay over there. I just don't want that on my name. I don't want that on my legacy. I don't want that on my brand. I don't want that on my message, and a lot of people are like that. And so what I'm saying is that's not the way you're going to get on. That's not the way to make it. People could see through you. People could see through that. And I'm not just speaking specifically to him, but people know that you buy fake views. Like I can tell, when you buy, you buying views, or I could tell when you buying comments and shit like that. You got, 60,000 followers, but your reels get 200 views, or your video got 300,000 views, but you got 2 comments. The reel can see through that. Like I know this social media game, and you're not gonna fool nobody, and eventually, you're gonna be exposed. There was this guy who reached out to me. I don't even know his name. I wish I knew his name, but he claims to be like the most biggest marketed podcast in the world, or whatever. And he kind of been getting exposed lately too. The hammer gonna come down on him pretty soon. I want to say his name is and I'm gonna say his name because he tried to get me. I want to say his name is Sean Kelly. Sean, let me look. I think his name is Sean Kelly. But while I'm looking, yeah, he tried to. What he does is Sean Mike Kelly or something like that. Just a lot of fake shit. But what he does is he hits you up. If you got a little emotion or whatever, he'll hit you up and he'll say, we the #1 marketing podcast in the world and blah, 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 blah. We want to invite you on in LA. We want you to be on. We think you have a lot of value. So it sounds cool. So you go look at his page. Boom. You don't really check. I didn't really check. So I just look at his page. I'm like, okay. I didn't really go too deep into it. So I'm like, boom. So they sent over the papers or whatever. And I get to I fill out all the stuff and I get to the end. It says, it'll be a $6,000. It'll be a $6,000 fee or some shit like that. Like, and I'm thinking, damn, they're gonna pay me $6,000. Hell yeah, I'm going. So I click okay, boom, and they send me a text, to get the text. Oh, when you're ready to pay, just let me know. I'm like, pay? I'm not paying nobody to be on no fucking podcast unless, I have something going on or I got a book to promote or, I'm trying to promote something. But I'm not just paying to be on no podcast to come talk some shit. We're not doing that. But I do understand that the game of, if there's a larger platform, like if I wanted somebody on my platform that could bring viewership to my platform, I do understand the game. You pay them, or somebody would pay me to come on a platform, or if I want to go onto a bigger platform to expose my, get my message out there, that I understand that you have to pay. But you reached out to me. You see what I'm saying? You reached out to me. I'm not finna pay you and shit. So I'm like, man, so I go look at his page and I go look at the page and I'm going to look at the views and all that shit. It's just fake bullshit. So lately he been getting called out on it. So what he been doing, like it's people that pay this, and you know the crazy part about it, the people that fall for this shit is the scammers. People that's known for like pushing scams to the people. They the one that fall for this shit. But it's funny how the world work, but people pay him $6,000 and his whole shit is fake. He claim he got the #1 podcast. He don't. If you go look, you can go see what the #1s is. You can go, you can check. You can do your research and tell a lot of shit be bullshit. You can tell when somebody buy their followers and shit. And so yeah, people are paying him, $6,000 a pop to, and it's mostly scammers, guys who have been known to scam people, but they getting scammed. They think they're going on this big platform to hook, oh, I'm finna get a whole bunch of fish in, But I said all that to say, like, eventually the fake shit gonna catch up to you, man, and you gonna be exposed. The Liver King dude. You look at him now, I was on his Twitter the other day because I was just randomly scrolling and I saw, I'm like, he's still around, and he just like, not only is he still going, now he got to be like over the top. It's just a sad look, and I just feel sorry for like his family for having to bear that type of brunt, because he came out, was like, oh, I'm all natural on the ancestral diet. I eat liver every fucking day. And then it came out that, he's lied several times about not, taking steroids and shit. And then it come out that he take more steroids than a motherfucker. And so that kind of killed his little motion that he had. But he's just like, now it's just like super desperate. You know what I'm saying? But even with him, it's like, it's only so long that you can pretend. It's only so long that you can fake it. It's only so long that you can fake the funk. You understand? That's why, man, I knew coming into this shit. But I was raised not to be no fake buster, but I knew coming into this that I was gonna have to be myself, on down to even the way that I look on camera sometimes. So like, right now, I ain't all done. That's what I had on all day. Like, I ain't go change and all this. Just what I had on. I went and picked my kids up from school and shit. And, just what I had on today. I didn't go like try to, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes I may sauce it up or whatever, but I knew coming into this that I had to be myself and I had to be as authentic as possible, because I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me from just being out and about through life. And I just never wanted the day to come to where like I get big and then people come like, oh, that nigga fake. He don't really live that, and or he's not who he say he is. I just never wanted that to be me. So I always said I'm gonna do me. Like, I never claimed to, like, you ain't never heard me one time say I out of my friend group I had the most bodies. You never hear me say that. I claim what I claim. Out of everybody that I know personally, don't nobody know how to get that up out of a woman like I know how to do, because I was taught that, but even out of my friends, I didn't have the most bodies. I do my thing. Now, don't get it twisted, but I got homies that's like, they'll hit anything that move. They know how to hit anything that move. Not that we don't know how to, but they'll hit anything that move. That's just how they are. Well, I was more, I don't want to say quality over quantity, but I enjoyed more so of the interaction. Like, I enjoyed the process. Like, I enjoyed the feelings of the shit. Like, you understand? Like, that shit excited me. So I kind of like stuck to mine a little bit. Like, I was always known, like, they'll tell you, any of my homeboys will tell you, like, he fall in love with all his hoes. Not that I fall in love with all my chicks, but I deal with them more than the average person would deal with if they like in a player phase. A lot of dudes just be stick and move. Now, I stick and move too, but that's just me. Like, oh, Dre love, he love them. He love them hoes. That's, he be caking and all that. That was just me. But it wasn't that I'm caking. I just like women, bro. Like, I love women. I love being around them. I love like talking to them. I love the process. I love the interest. I love it all. I love the connection. So that was me, and that's who I claim to be. I don't claim to be the biggest pimp. You ain't never heard me claim I'm no pimp. No, I had all the finest chicks in the city. I ain't never claimed none of that. And I knew if I did that, at some point somebody was gonna, somebody that know me, or somebody that's from where I'm from, who may know me, that may not like me. I knew that, and I didn't realize, I'm internet, I'm internet famous or low key, but I didn't realize like how much people like actually like, cause I be still walking around regular. I'm not no like A-list celebrity, but I didn't realize how many people knew what I do. I didn't realize how many people knew what I do, like that follow me that I know, from school, from just, being in the streets or just from the neighborhood or from my city, just being out and about and living life. You know all kind of people. You associate with all kind of people. You have run-ins with all type of people. I didn't know, like I'd be at the store, be like, bro, man, damn, I be seeing you doing your thing, and I ain't seen dude in 10 years or something like that. And it's like, damn, you fuck with my shit. It's shit like that. But I said all that to say, like, I knew that would happen one day, and I didn't want to be that dude. And besides, I don't feel good when I'm not being my authentic self or not being my true self. And again, even like, mentors tell me, oh, you should clean up a little bit more and you should, dress in this type of style and, it'll get more views. And I'm like, fuck all that, bro. I'm not doing all that. Because it's not me. That's not how I dress. Now, if I need to go somewhere, like if it's like mandatory that I wear a suit or it's mandatory that I, dress a certain type of way, I can do that. I can easily do that. But that's just not who I am. I don't feel comfortable in shit like this. Like I wear shit like this every day. I wear my Savor Bro shirts. I wear that shit every day. When you see me get up here with that shit on, that's what I had on that day. If I'm fly sometimes, if you see me, jazzy or whatever, or I got a little sauce on me, that's what I had on. Sometimes I it have been a couple episodes of where, I just may wasn't feeling too good. I didn't feel like getting up to do the podcast or whatever. So I get up, make myself look good so I can feel better when I do it. I've done that a couple times, but I dress real good or something like that. But that's just not who I am. I'm not the fashion guy. That's why I'm not the pickup artist. I don't try to be a pickup artist. I know how to go talk to women. I know how to approach women, but I'm not a pickup artist. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not toxic. I don't try to be toxic. I'm me and I'm who I am. That's why you listening. That's why everybody that's listening, that's why you fuck with me. Because I'm who I am and you can feel authenticity. And I ain't got to fake. I'm not getting burned out. Because I'm not faking. This is who I am. This is what I like. I've always been interested in this. Always. I've always been interested in this. It's crazy how God worked, man, but I always been interested in like male, female. I didn't see it like that back then. I didn't know, you don't know what to call it. You just living life. But I've always been interested in how women work and the male female dynamic and shit. But that's just who I am. I've always been like that, And so, and I ain't never claimed to be the best, because I that's just not who I am. I remember when I was doing, and for the people who say, let me say this, and it's just some game, and it's just something that I've realized in doing this. I got videos where I'm looking dapper, fresh cut, all that, right? And I got videos where I look like a pure bum. Most of my viral videos where I got most of my fan base from, where I got most of my followers from, I was looking like a straight up bum. But then people will say, well, if you look better, you'll attract better. Nowadays, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to look good, because if you look like a bum, if your message ain't fire, and it's just mediocre, then people gonna write you off. The product got to be good, but from just experience and seeing it, like my most viral moments, my most viral videos have come from when I wasn't dapper, or I wasn't sauced up, or I wasn't dripping. From the TikTok days and all that. And even back in the beginning of me doing this, I didn't even take that serious. Like I didn't take that serious at all. because I feel like I don't got nobody to impress. Like, why I'm gonna try to be fake? If this how I feel, like I'm walking around my house, I got a tank top on, I got a do-rag. My day ones know. I used to do my videos. I come home from the gym or whatever. I still have a tank top on. I have a do-rag on, and I do my fucking video. I wasn't finna be putting on no clothes and being fake. This is what I got on right now. Who am I trying to impress? You, what y'all? I don't want no Bucci from none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fuck none of y'all. Nah, I would hope y'all don't want to fuck me. You know, so why I gotta look good for y'all? This is how I feel right now. I'm relaxing, and I used to do my videos like that. You know, but then I did realize that at the same time I am competing, and you know I do kind of want to not look so whatever. So I started to, you know, just do me, but like make sure that I'm not looking like super scrubbish or whatever. So I kind of tried. It was kind of hard to balance that because I still be like, man, I don't feel like putting on no fucking clothes, but they need this game, so I'm gonna do it. But and again, I've seen my most viral shit, 8 million views, 10 million views, is when I ain't had no haircut or nothing, looking like a straight bum, but the message was fire. You see what I'm saying? When COVID first happened, this when I used to look my craziest. I used to look crazy when COVID first happened. Because, you know, they went all overboard and they shut down the whole fucking world and you couldn't go to the barbershop or none of that shit. So, you know, and I was low key kind of like, shit, I don't want to catch that shit. So let me, you know, because first quarter, you know, a lot of people, I don't want to get too much into that, but a lot of people are isolated. A lot of these guys on the internet, or, you know, a lot of people you hear talking are isolated. And so they don't know many people. They don't, you know, they don't have family like that. They just live on the internet. I don't. And so I was seeing people check out from that shit. People that I know, like checking out. And if you know what checking out means, you know what that means. I was seeing people really sick behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, catching pneumonia and all type. I'm talking about when it first happened. I was like, what the fuck? So I didn't want to catch that shit. So I was kind of being cautious because I didn't know what it was. Like you just don't know what it is. And so, you know, they had shut down everything. And then at the same time, I'm like, you know, I'm going on my 2-year hiatus from women. You know, when I did that little trip, it was my, like, I told myself that I'm going to take 2 years off from, or not 2 years, but I'm going to take some time off to focus on myself. I'm not going to date. I'm not going to do none of that shit. You know, so I started growing my beard. I stopped getting haircuts because you couldn't go to the barbershop. Stopped getting haircuts for a while, for like months and months and months. But simultaneously, this one I got on TikTok. So I used to literally be on TikTok. I'll wake up in the morning, wash my face, brush my teeth. You know, I ain't gonna get on there with my hair all crazy. So I throw on a skull cap because I saw my son used to be wearing a skull cap around the house. He'll wear a skull cap and a robe around the house. That's where I get it from. Like if you see me wearing a robe, you see me up here with a robe, or you see me doing like responding to a video in a robe and a skull cap. I saw my son doing that first. So my son would do that. So I would get up and put on a skull cap, no haircut, no nothing, and just spit. But TikTok ain't never seen that type of game. So I started blowing up. I wasn't putting earrings in my ear and bracelets and chains and wearing the fly clothes and all that shit. I wasn't doing that. I have all that shit. I had all that shit, but I wasn't doing that. Wearing shades and all that. I was just like, just wake up. I would wake up every morning and do like two, 3 videos. I ain't get dressed or nothing before I even start my day. But I was looking crazy and I was looking scruffy, but I was still getting motion and I was still, you know, getting traction. And I was just being myself. Fuck, I need a haircut for. I ain't going on no dates. I ain't even fucking with women right now. I'm just, this how I look right now at the house, woofing, looking crazy. And I was doing my videos like that. Go back. Well, a lot of my old videos, I took them down because the alphabet mob came for me. So probably my first 100 videos, I took them down. Not took them down, but I made them private. Probably shit, my first like 150 videos, I made all them private. But even still, I think you can go back on my TikTok page and you can kind of see that, like, I used to be looking crazy. Now, when I start coming back outside, right, and coming back outside, getting my haircut on, then that start to reflect in my videos. You know, but at the end of the day, I got here at this point by being myself, my authentic self. This is how I dress. All my homies will tell you he ain't the dresser. Now I can clean up. I got the designer shit and all that, but I don't be caring about none of that shit. Sometimes I throw the shit on if I'm going to the club. I'm talking about back in the days. I throw the shit on going to the club. That's just to get the bitches to look at you. You see what I'm saying? Because your homies, they whatever, but I didn't give a fuck about that. I'm not a dresser. I'm not a fashion person. I'm just me. I'm basic. I'm simple, and that's just, I got here being that. I ain't get up here talking some shit that I ain't trying to be fucking, red pill is the wave. That's been the wave. It was the wave when I first came on. And I probably did 2 videos like that had red pill in the title when I first started. I was talking about the alpha male, beta male shit, but in the streets, we just call it players and suckers. But I was, trying to connect with a red pill audience. And I'm like, this ain't me, bro. I deleted them shits. I took them shits down. It's not me. I got here being myself. I see success being myself. Can't nobody expose me. I talk about all my flaws. I talk about all my ills. I talk about all my trials and tribulations. I put that out there. This is me. What you see is what you get. I never claimed to be no kingpin in no streets. I never claim to be no killer, no nothing. I did what I did my time, got out, ran up a bag. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's OGs. Just imagine if I was like, trying to impress square motherfuckers, right? I'm trying to impress some square motherfuckers on the internet and trying to make it seem like I was just the biggest kingpin and all that shit. It's OGs from my city that's like had birds, like on that. Like they follow me and fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? Now just imagine if I was faking and flogging and, them niggas would call me out. You see what I'm saying? So, you just always, it's just best to just be yourself, man. It's just best to be yourself. And, nowadays too, what I like, and like I say, this is gonna be more so like, this is conversation style. Nowadays, what I like is they have a lot of people, there's an industry exposing fakes and frauds. There's an industry behind it. Like people are making millions of dollars exposing fake people with the fake watches and the fake clothes. That's another thing, man. I'm not buying no fake clothes, bro. I can't buy no fake clothes, I just can't I just ain't fake, right? And let me say this before I get back to my original point. If a chick fuck with you and she know you faking, like she know that, and she think you're a duck. So, but there's an industry where like people are making millions and millions of dollars from exposing fake people, fake watches, fake chains, fake jewelry. People doing these scams on these money making scams, or these gurus and shit. There are people who exposing this type of shit, and they making millions of dollars doing it, and rightfully so, because you don't need to be scamming and faking and these fake fitness models that be fucking editing their pictures. They got whole pages with millions of followers exposing them, and I be there for all of it. You understand what I'm saying? Because all that fake shit, fuck all that fake shit. You can't. That shit destroying the world. All that scammy fake shit. So. Just be mindful for the guys who trying to fake it to make it and all that shit. You ain't gotta fake it to make it. It's people who gonna fuck with you based on where you at. And then as you grow, you can spit. You can spit from, or you could teach from, or you can provide a service from based on where you at. Like when I first started, the essence of my game was the same as it is now, but I've grown a lot in 6 years. You see what I'm saying? I don't even talk as edgy as I used to, because I've grown a lot, right? And so when I grow, my message grow, and I reach a more broader audience. As I grow and go through life and fulfilling my purpose or dealing with a woman or whatever, my game gonna grow. And so as that happens, boom, we present it to you. I don't have to fake. I'm not gonna fake when you on the process and the road to like. Fulfilling your purpose and just living, you can spit through that. You don't have to fake and be something you're not, thinking that you're missing out. Just as you grow and as you upgrade yourself, you can spit or sell or whatever the case may be based on that. And then you'll find the people who need to hear you, but you ain't got to be fake and all that. Cause again, it's people who make millions of dollars now exposing it, and I'm here for it all, and I'm the mind your business type of dude. I'm the, you need to mind your motherfucking business. But when it comes to stuff like that, expose all them fake motherfuckers, But with the red pill, right? You got this saying. It's one of the, like, a lot of them say this every time I say it, because I've touched on this in live streams or whatever, but I never spoke on it like in depth like this. But a lot of them say, to just be yourself. They say that that's bad advice, right? To the red pill community and shit, not even the red pill, but most of the manosphere, to just be yourself. And I've always been taught, just be yourself and be comfortable being yourself. Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But they think that that's bad advice because they think, oh, well, what if the girl don't like that I'm a nice guy? A nice guy is not who you are. Or even if it is who you are, it's not that she don't like you because you're a nice guy. She's just not attracted to you for whatever reason. And you have to go find the women that's attracted to you. You have to go find the women that appreciate a guy who's a little bit, more generous or nice, or I don't want to say soft, but they say that it's bad advice and that you should, whatever they say. Now, I do believe in improving yourself. I do believe in making yourself the best version of yourself, but you should still be yourself. You shouldn't be nobody else. You shouldn't try to be somebody else to land no fucking woman or get no woman. That's bullshit. Just be yourself is the best advice anybody could ever give you, because when you are who you are, you attract the people who are for you. Now, what you don't want to do is put your negative qualities on display. And that's what a lot of you guys do. And that's why women don't like you. It's because you lead with your negative qualities. You wear your negative qualities on your sleeve. You have positive things about you. Everybody, it's already inside you. The game is in you. The game is inside of you. The truth is inside of you. Shout out to Mr. Lucario. That's what he said. The truth is inside of you. The game is already inside of you. Right? And I was just talking about this the other day. The game is already inside of you, right? So all of the qualities that you need to be attractive is in you already. You just have to pull them out. You understand what I'm saying? You just have to dig inside of yourself and pull them out. But you can be yourself. Like you can find it in you to learn how to be assertive. You can find it in you to learn how to be a leader. That's in you already. You just have to pull it out through experience and going through things and going through processes, right? But, you don't ever want to be something you're not to land a woman, especially trying to get no woman, right? Because what you do to get her, you have to do to keep her. Say that again. Whatever you do to get a woman, you're going to have to do to keep her. And once you run out of gas, the jig is up. You know how you run out of gas? By faking, by trying to keep up appearances. But when your authentic self, the woman who likes you, she's for you. She likes who you are, not who you perpetrating to be. You see, when you faking, it's only so long you can pretend. You get tired, you get burned out. And then guess what happened? The real you come out. A lot of this, y'all do this shit. Y'all act like, y'all act like y'all be on y'all purpose. Y'all act like y'all just go-getters when you single, and y'all be in the gym every fucking day, and y'all just have this social life, and y'all just working on these side businesses and all this shit. So then when you get a chick, because you're trying to be attractive to a woman, but that ain't who you really is, right? That you ain't this fucking socialite. That ain't who you are. And then when you get this woman, right? When you get this woman, you can't keep up with that. And so now you get a little bit more softer. And I'm going to talk about this in a second. You get a little bit more softer. You get a lot more softer. The real you come out. And then she flipping on you in 6 months. On some, you're not who you used to be. What happened? You changed. That's why you couldn't keep up appearances. You ran out of gas. Right? You ran out of gas. Me, I've always done me, right? When you are who you are, you're going to stand out. When guys say, how do I be different? How do I be different? How do I stand out? You know how? It's to be who you are and be proud of who you are and be confident in who you are. Right? Be proud of who you are. Be confident in who you are. And that woman who likes you for who you are, she's going to feel like this is a one-of-a-kind experience. Most of y'all are bots. Most of y'all are bots. If you look at go to your nearest red pill comment section, bots. All of them saying the same shit. They think the same. They saying the same shit. They regurgitate the same shit. Just bots. Just doing the same shit. All of them just the same shit. Just bots. No originality. No own. They don't have their own mind. They can't think for themselves. And so women that had 10 of you already saying the same shit on dates, the same type of fucking dating strategies, the same type of just everything. Just fucking bots, NPCs and bots and shit. And so then when they get a real dude like me, when I say real dude, I mean real, like who I am, and I'm true to who I am, it's a breath of fresh air because it feels like a connection with a human fucking being and not some dude that's a robot, a fucking robot, a fucking machine just regurgitating shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you be different. That's how you stand out. I've always heard that my whole life. I ain't never tried to be too tough. I always did me. Do what other dudes did, and anybody that tell you that dude stay in his own lane. Even now, I stay in my own lane. I don't run with these dudes and talk like these dudes. I stay in my own lane and I do me. You know, but women have always told me, man, just something about you is different. It's just something about you. Something about you is different. I can't put my finger on it. I already know what it is. It's two things. I already know what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's two things. It's the fact that I'm being who I truly am and I'm confident in who I am. I'm not running off no script. I'm not doing what everybody else do. I'm doing it my way, and it's a little piece of game that I do, and it's a way that I kick my game that most guys don't do. And if you want to know one of those, then you need to go to my 3 Secrets to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You class. One of them is in there. But yeah, I've always, and of course, we talk about the investment game. Like women have always told me, man, it's just something about you that's just different. It's just different. It was I be myself, right? When most dudes aren't. Most dudes talk like everybody. Most dudes saying the same shit. They listening to the same shit. They all wear the same shit. Go to the mall where all of them go to the mall wearing the same shit. You know, I do me. It's that, and you know, I make a woman invest in me. Well, most guys are tricking and trying to do for a woman, I make them do for me. You know, and that just feels a little bit different. They get to actually feel feminine. Not that I make a woman take care of me, right? But I make her, you know, she earned her keep in my life, and they don't ever have to really do that. And so it's different when they get with me. But you know, I just be myself. Look at all the rappers, right? Look at today's rap. Back then, rappers had a lot more longevity because they were. I don't want to say they were being themselves because a lot of rap dudes fake, but and for the sake of saying being themselves, what I mean is they were unique. You know, up until, you know, the last 5-10 years, you know, they were all unique. Jay-Z sounded different than DMX, and DMX sounded different than, you know, 50 Cent. 50 Cent sounded different from, you know, Method Man, and Method Man, it sounded different from T.I., and T.I. didn't sound the same as Jeezy, and Jeezy didn't sound like Lil Wayne. You know, all of these guys who are still relevant actually to today. Like all of these guys now, all these guys from back then can still do a tour and sell out arenas all across the world. All of these guys that I mentioned. But, you know, Lil Baby was the hottest thing ever 3 years ago, and, you know, they struggling. You understand what I'm saying? No longevity. All of them look the same. You know, back then rappers kind of, you know, It was the same kind of bass style, but the guys put their own little twist on their shit to separate themselves and make themselves stand out and be unique. Now all these niggas look the same. They all wear the same type of chains. They all fucking talk the same. They all wear the same clothes. They all say the same shit in their music, and they wonder why they can't get no real emotion and get no real longevity. So all these dudes trying to look alike and sound alike and wear the same type of chains. They all go to the same person to get their fucking jewelry because it's monkey see, monkey do, and they all bots running the fucking, what's this Asian dude name or whatever it is, buying their shit. He hitting their ass across the head, graping them financially. We ain't gonna even get into that. That's going on the more the political science side of me, but we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, all this same shit, but then here come J. Cole and drop something and the whole world stop. And I don't listen to J. Cole like that, but J. Cole come, the whole world stop. Kendrick Lamar come, drop something, the whole world gonna stop. Kanye West drop something, the whole world gonna stop. Those dudes are a prime example of when you are yourself and you are unique and you stand out. That's what people need. That's the breath of fresh air people need. I see it in my comments every day, man, this is a breath of fresh air. All these dudes sound the same. They're saying the same shit, the same toxic shit. And, I saw this and this is a breath of fresh air. I'm gonna follow you and mess with your stuff. Every time I put out a video, I see that comment at least twice. And that's what happens when you're yourself. You see what I'm saying? So always be yourself, man. Just be yourself. You ain't got to fake it. You ain't got to fake it to make it. Be authentic. That's how you win, by being authentic. You always want to be the best version of yourself. And like I said earlier, you don't want to wear your negative qualities on your sleeve. You want to lead with your positive qualities. It's in you. All of the positive qualities are in you. You want to lead with that. You don't want to lead with your negative qualities. We all have the negative qualities in us. You don't want to lead with that. Now, back to what I was saying. I know this kind of all over the place, but I said it's more so like conversation style. I ain't really have like too many like bullet points and all that. I usually have my talking points together. I usually have my talking points together and have it more organized and stuff. But just having a conversation today. But back to when I was talking about how guys get with a woman and guys will get with a woman and then they'll be faking this funk and then they get with the woman and then the real them come out eventually, right? The quickest way that men are exposed, right, is by a woman's love. A woman's love will expose a fake man that's acting like he's strong and alpha and player, but he really a sucker. A woman's love, or the touch of a woman's love, is powerful. It will expose a fraud in a minute. The minute you give a weak dude some consistent sex, you give a weak dude a little bit of love and a little bit of feminine validation and feminine nurturing, he get lazy, he get unmotivated. It's not even that he get that, but that's who he is. His true self come out, the laziness come out, the comfort set in, because that's what he wanted all along. That's who he is all along. But you give that same love and care and feminine touch and love and nurturing, and you give that to a strong player, you give that to a real dude, you give that to a real masculine dude, that's a battery, and that shit gonna make him go harder. You see what I'm saying? That shit gonna inspire him to go harder. Not that he needs it to be successful, but it's gonna compliment him. It's like having like putting a battery booster in your back. But that's the main way a fake dude is exposed, by a woman loving him. Consistent validation, good sex, the comfort of femininity. It's going to expose them every time. They get lazy, they get comfortable, they get emotional. You understand? He let himself go, fall off his horse, and never want to get back up. I see this a lot, right? It happens a lot of relationships. You know, it happens a lot in relationships. Again, y'all be faking like y'all on the road to being high value and y'all trying to be high value and all this shit. And that's not who you is. You just an average dude who like to come home and play your fucking video games, right? You just an average dude who like to come home, go to work, come home and chill out and be low key, right? But the internet done fucking told you need to be in the gym 50 times a week. Now you do need to stay active. You do need to stay active. You do need to try to be as healthy as you can, but the internet that told you need to live this big old social life and go out and clubs and dress like this and buy all this shit, and you're trying to do that to attract those type of women. But you get that type of women when she see who you really are, she gonna leave you. But now you hooked and you attached. Where if you be yourself and be who you truly are, you're gonna attract the chick who like a guy that's more low key. All women don't like guys who out on the scene ripping and running, and a lot of women think that's doing too much. They think guys like that are doing too much, who fucking dress better than them and look better than them and fucking be in the mirror longer than them and going out to brunch and doing all this shit with the brunch boots and all that. A lot of women think that that's doing too much. But you'll have women, on the other hand, women who like men that's outgoing like that, they think a guy like me boring. But I'm going to be myself because I don't want a woman like that. I don't want a woman who's into that or like stuff like that. I like women who like a low-key dude, a low-key simple dude. Because typically those are low-key simple women. And that's how I like my women. And so it's like a match made in heaven. That's why I do me. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you got to stop, y'all got to chill with the fake shit. Another thing too, before I go, right? As far as like being yourself and being true to who you are. A lot of you guys be hitting me up, and I make sure I ask you guys this question now, so I can give you the right type of advice you need. Because back then, like I thought, when I first started this, I thought everybody had the mindset like me. And, a lot of guys just couldn't, or they didn't have the information. But I thought everybody was kind of programmed like how I am, right? And so when guys would give me advice, I would give them the advice like as if they was a player. And a lot of guys don't have the heart for that, And so a lot of you guys, by listening to content creators telling you to live a certain type of way and that you need to do this and do that and need to have all these bitches and all this, you guys think that you need to do that, but y'all don't even have the heart to do it. You don't have the heart to have sex with a woman and not, sex with a woman and just walk away from her like she ain't nothing. A lot of y'all don't have the heart to do that. And I'm not saying a guy who can do that is better than you, but a lot of y'all that I could have sex with a woman, bro, and not even care if she even, I can. I could have sex. I could lay in the bed and talk to her all night and know I'll never talk to her again. A lot of y'all can't do that. A lot of y'all will do that and then, just basic natural shit. You like a person, you become attached to her. And that's okay. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, again, be trying to be players because people tell you think you need to be a fucking player. So I be having to ask you, like, what's your goal in the dating game? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do? That's what I ask guys now when they ask me questions. What are you trying to do? What do you really want to do? Do you want a rotation, or is that something you heard somebody else say and that's what you think you need? Because if I give you the advice, if I give you the player advice, it ain't gonna work for you because you're not being who you are. You're not being who you truly are, and it ain't gonna really work. Not that it won't work for you, but you're gonna burn out eventually. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all be trying to be players, but you really sweet guys. You really nice guys, and you guys need to learn how to find women who appreciate that. A lot of y'all not rough like me. A lot of y'all not rough like some of these other guys that actually lived it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you guys didn't have to turn off the love part of yourself or the emotions so you can be sane, ripping and running the streets. And when I say that, not just like criminal activity, but you a human being. So you don't think when you laying up with women and kicking it with them, you ain't gonna catch feelings and shit. A lot of y'all didn't have to turn that part of yourself off because you was in the streets being promiscuous as a man. I had to turn that part off about me. Like I had to turn the part off of me that wanted to express myself to a woman or wanted to express love. I had to turn that part off of me. I had to turn the part off of me that received love from a woman, because I didn't want it to make me soft. Because if it made me soft, then I might fall in love with a hoe. Because I'm ripping and running. And I'm fucking with the hot girls and the chicks at the clubs and this type of woman and this type of woman. And I know I don't need to be falling for that. So I got to turn this part off of me. A lot of y'all didn't have to do that. And don't try to do it. You don't need to do that. Because truthfully, if you don't grow out of that, if you don't know how to turn that part back on, then you're going to just ruin the good women. Or not even ruin them, you're going to turn them off. Because when you really want something, see, you really want something real, but you're trying to be a player, so you try to live like this, but then you get something that's good for you, that you actually like, and you turn off. You see what I'm saying? A lot of you guys be trying to be players, and it's like, she hit me up saying, what do we now? And you know, she's tired of being this and she's tired of being this, but I don't want to lose her. If you was a player, you wouldn't give a fuck if you lose her or not. You'd take that on the chin. Not that you won't give a fuck, but you know how the game go already. When I was younger, I knew how the game go. I know a woman ain't going to be my side chick forever or just let me string her along forever. And so eventually this going to have to come to an end. You don't know that though. And your heart ain't there to even stomach that. Because this chick been treating you good all fucking year. This chick been treating you good all fucking year. You attached, you think she the world, you think she wifey. And now you don't know what to do because somebody told you need a rotation. You don't know what to do. You don't know where you at. You don't know how you want to move. You don't know nothing. So now you lose the girl because you weren't being true to yourself. You was trying to be a player. Now you hit me up and you distraught because you trying to be a player. You don't have the heart to be a player. You don't have the heart to look at a woman crying because she hurt because she don't want to, you don't want to be with her. A lot of y'all don't have the heart to even stomach that. See some woman crying and distraught and shattered because for the last 7 months, she done gave you her fucking all. So just be yourself. It's cool, bro. Be yourself. Everybody ain't meant to be players and fuck boys and all that. You know, everybody ain't meant to do that. Everybody ain't meant to live like that. You know, if you want to be a player, then understand, if you truly want to be a player, then understand that women are going to leave you. Understand that when you cheat on that girl, for the guys that want to be fuck boys, I know y'all just heard me talking to the dude for 30 minutes on the live stream. For the guys that want to be you want to be a fuck boy so bad, you're not being yourself. You out here cheating, following behind your homeboys. This dude out here cheating, following behind his homeboys. The guy just talked to, following behind his homeboys, cheating and felt guilty. It burned him up when he slept at night. That's not who he was as a person. So now he done did that, and now it come out, and now his girl left him. Because he wasn't being who he is as a person. He wasn't being true to his fucking self. He wasn't being true to the game. Trying to be a fuck boy, his girl left him. And he's sitting on the phone. He done put all his business out, his face out there and everything, trying to get his girl back. Worried about if she fucking somebody else. If that ain't in your heart, don't try to be that. If that ain't in your heart, don't try to be that. And if you a player at heart, understand that you a player at heart. And let the good girls be the good girls. You understand? But again, stop. A lot of y'all ain't meant to have rotations. Y'all ain't built for that, bro. Y'all not built to have rotations. Y'all not built to be players. Y'all get some pussy and fall in love. Y'all don't know how to hit a hoe and let her go and never talk to her again. Give her a fake name. You don't know how to turn that part off of you. You don't know how to turn that part of that emotional switch, that part off of you, the way because hoes know how to make it feel good, and hoes you don't think some of these like hoes with high body counts have great personalities and soft and sweet and fucking just make good companionship? The only thing is they just got bodies. They may got a little baggage with them, but they can be cool and be and take care of you and clean up for you, and you can have a conversation all night. You don't think that happens, and that's what happened to a lot of y'all. Y'all be trying to be players and fucking with chicks like that because you think you finna get your body count up, but then guess what? She put that magic on you, and now you stuck. Now you in love with a hoe. You done got a kid with her and all, but you don't like the way she living now. You don't like my girl drinking, smoking. What do I do to get this time? You was trying to be a fucking player, and it ain't in you. A lot of y'all don't have the heart to deal with a woman like that and say, fuck her. You know, a lot of y'all don't have the heart. And I'm not saying that you should have sex without a condom. You should always wear a condom. Always protect yourself. But a lot of y'all don't have a heart to sleep with a woman without a condom and never call her again. A lot of y'all don't got the heart to do that. So just stay in your lane and be yourself and stop being something that you ain't. You know, and we're going to end it on that note, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, this is your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. Go to my, go to theplayersclub.com. That's theplayersclub.com. Not theplayersclub.com, excuse me, theplayersclub.vip. Theplayersclub.vip to join the Players Club. That's my private, exclusive men's community. Go to kingdreism.com to book me for a one-on-one coaching session. And go to click the link in the bio or the description or wherever you see this at to attend my live free training, 3 Secrets to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You. And also follow me on all social media platforms, King Dreism. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to catch the audio format, go to Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts and type in King Dre or type in Captain Saver Bro Show, and this show will pop right up. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, and you watch it on Spotify, if you want to see the video version, then go to YouTube and type in King Dre and Captain Saver Bro Show, and the show will come right up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow, leave a comment, leave a review, whatever your respective platform. But anyway, guys, again, it's your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.